The court ready to go. The officials are Mike Palau and Corliss Jason Bradwell. Our starting lineups are brought to you by the Friendly Auto Group. There you see for Canisius. We highlight a really good rookie, Todd Stavesky. 4 times this year he's been named the MAC Rookie of the Week. First time down for the Foxes. You see their starting lineup. They need a Javon Cooley to light up here today. He hit 2 big threes against Quinnipiac on Tuesday night. First time down for the Foxes, Cooley with it. Joined again by Ingo, Brickner, Gardner, and Harris. Cooley off the bounce. Caught the side of the rim. Ingo could not save. And Canisius basketball.
That was a really good defensive sequence by Canisius to start this game. That was a very difficult attempt there by Javon Cooley from about 17 feet.
First time down for the Griffs. 5 up and 16 down on the year. 3 and 9. They're tied with Marist for 9th place, as well as Mount St. Mary's. So an important game here for both teams. Both trying to end losing streaks. Stavesky there for Fritz. He's done some damage on the Foxes in the past. Good defense by Marist. Shot clock dwindles at 6 seconds. Henderson pulls up, partially rejected, wrapped down by Ingo.
That's a really nice contest there by Ingo for the Foxes.
There is Brickner. Brickner's been up and down of late as far as assist to turnover ratio. It's Ingo for the spin. We go the other way, the Griffs, and a quick trigger 3 by Henderson.
The Foxes must locate Henderson in transition. He is one of the best three-point shooters in the conference. You can't give him space.
He is number 5 all time. He just made his 177th career three-pointer. Early 3-0 lead, Griffs. Red Foxes coming off the 6-point loss Tuesday night over in Hamden to Quinnipiac. Gardner, he had 26 in the first meeting. He'll shove it up a bit short. Brought out there by Stavesky on the elbow. The trail, Maslenikov out of the Ukraine. It's Henderson again for 3. And a bounce rebound by Gardner.
That's a better contest there. Better closeout by Gardner on Henderson.
Here's Harris wearing that undershirt underneath. We were told before the game he's a little under the weather, non-COVID related. We'll see how he reacts in this ball game. Beautiful feed into Ingo. Great rejection by Maslenikov.
Yeah, Maslenikov came over from the weak side there. That was a really nice block. The Marist basketball out of bounds under.
So today, Coach Witherspoon goes with some size on the front line, Steve.
Yeah, well, Gardner, of course, had 26 points up in Buffalo. Really dominated that game, so they're going for some more size as Javon Cooley misses a 3-ball for the Foxes.
And Ingo couldn't hold on. Saved there by the Griffs. They've had a hard time winning on the road this year. 2 up and 10 down, but 2 wins in MAC play. That one wide. Gardner for the rebound.
Yeah, that's a good block out there by Gardner.
Inside Ingo, and it rolls.
That's a wonderful assist there by Javon Cooley. That was a difficult little shovel pass to Ingo, who put it away inside.
Normally, Ingo gets maybe 3 shots up a game, Steve. He's already taken 2.
Already taken a couple of shots, yes.
Dribble handoff now. Stavesky steps inside for 2, wrapped down by Cooley. 3-2 early, Canisius. Foxes won the first meeting 3 weeks ago Friday by 18. Square up by Gardner. Draped on him, Henderson. They let him play on, and he drops it home.
That's a nice job there by Patrick Gardner. Patient, stayed with it. Got the really nice piece of footwork, got the easy one to go down.
John Dunn was looking for a flop on Henderson. No call. We play on. The ball briefly dislodged by Harris. Now it's Dinkins looking for 3. Back iron, long retrieval there by Cooley. Foxes up 4-3 early. 3:45 go on opening half. Here at home this year, 3 up and 8 down. Gardner, second leading scorer in the league, popping in at home.
Yeah, he took advantage of that switch on Stavesky, just shot the ball right over the top of him.
Steve, he had an efficient 11 of 15 in the first meeting.
Yeah, just a great effort. Scored 26 points up in that big 18-point win in Buffalo.
Maslenikov, he misses on 3. This is the #1 team in the league in 3-pointers made per game. They average 9 per contest. In fact, they've hit 31 in their last 3 games. Timeout on the court. Poughkeepsie Nissan. Find your next car at Poughkeepsie Nissan on Route 9 or online at PoughkeepsieNissan.com. And by JTR Transportation. Book your next trip at CUOnTheBus.com. Dean Darling, Steve Egging, ESPN Plus today. Red Foxes currently with a lead of 3, but they lose the pumpkin there on the end line.
Yeah, unfortunately, Brickner was trying to go off the bounce, go to the goal, but just fumbled the basketball out of bounds, turned it over.
Canisius, a very cold, Steve. 1 for 7 to start the ball game.
Yeah, 1 for 7 and 1 for 5 from distance, but the 3-ball is a big part of their offense.
And today, we could see over 50 attempts on threes between the two teams.
Yes.
Henderson for 2. A pretty shot. And again, a guy that did not play in the first meeting. He was out with a concussion protocol situation. He missed 4 games of action.
Oh, they're just so much better with him in the lineup. We highlighted him in our open. He can score on all 3 levels. Ultra talented offensively.
So he owns all 5 of their points. Belton just came in. The hook fell off.
That's a good piece of footwork there by Roland Belton. He'd like to have that one back. Just could not get that little jump hook to go down from about 4 feet.
Golden Griffs lost to Canisius in a tight battle the other day in the Battle of the Bridge, 76-73, their 4th loss in a row. Hook pass there now. And the ball goes back out on the perimeter. Stefeski misses on the 3. Kid out of Sandusky, Ohio.
Another really good closeout there by Brickner. Made that shot by Stefeski very, very difficult.
Ferris been up and down this year shooting the rock. And lately, just 2 of 17 on threes. Belton ducks inside.
That's a nice job there by Belton. Really good piece of footwork there to get that one to go down.
Got the early call up from the bench. Gardner's going to come back in on the next stoppage after Gardner scored a quick 4. Henderson inside the ring for 2 again.
And you just cannot get caught on that screen. Henderson will exploit that all game long. He knocked it down from about 16 feet.
He's taken half of the shots thus far. Cooley charging to the basket, denied off a triple team. It's Brickner trying for 3.
Nice assist there by Javon Cooley. Brickner called for it, set his feet, and buried it from distance.
Isaiah lately on threes, just 2 of 11 before we started today. He's been working hard on that shot, trying to get better. Fritz looking for a back cutter, wasn't there. Dinkins, he'll try on 2. Quick rebound off to Ferris. Ferris is a good rebounder for the Foxes.
Yes, he does a nice job rebounding from the guard position.
Speaking about rebounds, Daughtry the other night, a career-high 10 boards against Quinnipiac. It's Cooley going hard to the rim. Partially altered there. Knocked out of bounds. And the Red Foxes will keep it. Gardner's back in. Salton's coming in. Belton out and Cooley. So Belton gave him a little shot of energy right there.
Yeah, he did. Great energy off the bench. Got a hoop to go down inside. Did some good things for the Foxes.
So the Foxes 11 and basically Jordan Henderson 7 right now. Gardner has it off the inbound, 20 on the shot clock. Brickner leads the team in assists with 57. Gardner's number 2 on the team in assists. They'll work against a much smaller Dinkins. Blocked there by Fritz. They scramble for it. And the Griffs had it for his second and lost it.
Turned the ball right back over to the Foxes there. Quick hands by Marist.
Ferris kick out now for Gardner. Again, 26 in the first meeting. He's been working on his 3-point shot of late. He tried to push it with the right hand. And again, altered. He is a marked man.
He really is. And, boy, there was a lot of contact on that play. No call. Foxes retain it out of bounds under.
It's not like you to question an official's call. Inbound quick to Ferris. Ferris saw trouble coming. Gardner, again, giving up 6 inches there as Dinkins, and it out this time for Gardner.
Oh, that's a tough luck there for Gardner. That was halfway down, popped out.
Dinkins, a little hesitation. Long is checked in first time. Xavier Long wearing 25 for the Griffs. Back cut, easy access to the basket, but coming over in a foul. Salton.
That's a really nice cut to the goal there by Dinkins. We're going to take another look at it here. You see him, good spacing. That's just a really nice cut. And you see Sultan coming over from the weak side, committing that foul. Canisius and Dinkins shoots 2.
Trey Dinkins, 6'2" sophomore out of Chester, PA. Went to Harcum College just a year ago down to Pennsylvania. He played there for 2 years. This season, I-19 against Quinnipiac. Ingo is back in. Daughtry's out. Foxes lead at 3. Marist in home conference games this year. Only 1 win. That was against Mount St. Mary's in 6 tries. Dinkins, an 80% free throw shooter, cans 2. And it's 11-9. Ferris, Brickner, Sultan, Gardner out there with Ingo. Foxes start in a 9th place tie today with Canisius. Also checking in first time is Seam Eitendahl, whereas number 5, as I mentioned, for Canisius. Canisius on a foul inside Long, who missed the previous meeting against Marist with a lower body injury. We're going to get a timeout when we come back from break, as you'll see in the back. Ably assisted by Dilip Batia, Dorian Long, Drew Metz, and Brandon Hall. At the line, Stefan Ingo. Steve, we've talked about it. Stefan's had a tough time this year at the charity stripe.
Yeah, he has, as he knocks down the first one, but that has been a problem area for Ingo.
He's now 10 of 22 in a year. This is just outside Toronto. Got to see a lot of his family members when we were up there on the Western New York trip, both in Buffalo and in Niagara. 2 rolls home by Ingo. So the Foxes lead at 13-9. 4 today so far for Stefan Ingo, graduate transfer from Maine. Devin Williams, first time on the court for the Grizz, wears number 1. This is Eitendahl. Got to really get up on him tight because he can knock down the threes. Long strides. Blocked. Players go down at the baseline.
That's a great block by Ingo.
Brickner tried to get it on a bounce, but somehow Marist saved the ball with Sultan.
That's a great hustle play by Sultan just to save it for one of his teammates.
There's Brickner, San Diego, California cutter. Moving inside is Sultan. Now, foul on the floor, according to umpire Jason Bradwell.
Sultan did a nice job there moving without the basketball. Took the contact, but Jason Bradwell, he was right on the call there. That was before the shot. Proper call. Be Marist basketball out of bounds under.
Sultan, the reigning MAC Rookie of the Week. In fact, the Foxes this year have had 2 Rookie of the Weeks over the last 4-week period. Brickner had that as well. Beautiful shovel and finish by Ingo.
It's a terrific assist by Gardner to Ingo with a big-time flush inside.
Steve, you call that big man to big man.
Yes, that was really just a great assist in traffic there by Gardner.
Foxes by 6. Harris trying to guard there on Williams. Long. He's their number 1 rebounder, over 6 a game. Moultrie for the runner. No good. He's a first-year player. Clawed down by Long. Eitendahl, the finish on a 3.
You don't get the ball off the board. That is what happens, and Eitendahl does a nice job knocking down that 3 ball for the Griffs.
He had 14 Friday night against Niagara. And in one game this year, he had 30 points against Division III Fredonia State. By the way, Steve, that's where I graduated. There's Harris. He tries for 3. Rep down there by Eitendahl. Here come the Griffs. Moultrie will host.
Boy, that was a deep 3 attempt there by Moultrie right in front of us. He was 4 feet beyond the arc.
Canisius not bashful on 3s here in the ballgame. They are now 2 of 8. The jumper by Gardner. Caught side iron. We go the other way with Moultrie. Moultrie is a kid out of Wilmington, Delaware. Graduate transfer from Kennesaw State. Setting up Williams, the left-hander. And again, some cold shooting for Canisius at the outset of this game.
Yeah, Williams, he was wide open deep in the corner. Could not get the 3 ball to go.
Noah Harris signed the year, 38 assists, 33 turnovers. Sultan They're playing so well of late. Tough job. And he spins and scores.
That was a high degree of difficulty on that fall away by Trey Sultan. Got it to go down from about 14 feet.
I guess when you're feeling it, Steve,
yeah.
You're feeling it. Sultan, last 3 games, has hit over 53% of his shots. Beautiful drive that time on the finish by Moultrie.
Oh, that's a terrific play off the bounce there by Moultrie. He got that one to go down high off the window.
He's actually played at 4 different schools. I mentioned Canisius State. Also went to North Carolina Central and LaSalle. In his last stop, Canisius. Shot fake, finish by Gardner.
Nice job by Gardner. He does a wonderful job with his footwork, but in the mid-post, catch, face, then do your thing. That was a great play off the window there by Gardner.
Marist has a winning record when he takes 15 or more shots a game. He's already up to 7 field goal attempts. Williams, as Harris got screened off. Moultrie very quick with the ball. Williams, a freshman with the program. He'll cup it to the corner. Eitendahl hawked all the way by Salt, fell down with the basketball. Long comes up with it. And the rebound to Ingo.
A good defensive sequence there by the Foxes.
Ingo with 3 boards already in the game. Marist plus 5 at the 8-minute mark. Gardner getting physical in the post. Harris. They release the screen of Gardner. 8 on the shot clock. Gardner for the face-up over Jaco Fritz. Moultrie gets down the court in a hurry, steps, shoots 2, good.
That's a really nice play in transition by Moultrie. Knocked it down from about 13 feet.
He had started some games this year, in fact 13, but coming off the bench here today. Foxes lead it by 3. Harris and Ferris, the backcourt. Sultan, Gardner, and Ingo out there. Ferris through the anticipation by Fritz and a foul on a step in, and we get a timeout. Foxes with 7:11 left here in the opening half. Lead here team in assists coming in. You don't find that happening very often when a 6'11" guy like Gardner would hang out and throw so many dimes the way of another guy. Ball to be inbounded by Harris. Belton's back in. Gardner's out. Brickner runs it out the point. Daughtry's back in as well with Poole. Brickner, high key for Belton. Shot clock goes under 10. Under 7 left in the opening half. Harris pulls up. Rattled in.
Yeah, got the soft roll there. Noah Harris knocked it down from about 15 feet.
He's Marist's second leading scorer at 9.5. That's been a problem this year. Nobody else has scored double digits but Gardner. Oh, and that is a smooth lefty there by Williams.
That was Williams. That's just a catch and shoot 3 ball for the Griffs. Just a 2-point game now.
He's a Los Angeles kid. He's 6'3", as I mentioned, in his first year. Belton on the face-up. A shovel there for Daughtry. Tried to give it go, and it's intercepted.
You never jump in the air to pass, and that's just what Daughtry did there. Turned the basketball over.
So Henderson was the hot guy early, but he's on the bench, Steve. And it is Eitendahl with another hoist. But it came off inside the Canisius. Eitendahl will try again.
Foxes do not rebound the basketball once again. That is the second time. That's cost Marist 6 points. Not rebounding the ball. They kick the ball back out. Do not do a good job getting the ball off the board.
Play back in for the Foxes. First lead of the game for the Griffs. +1. Brickner, Ferris, Daughtry, Gardner, Cooley. They're chasing on Brickner. Foxes have used the shot clock a couple times, got dangerously low. Here's Brickner speeding to the basket, reversing and rattling it in.
That's a great take by the freshman Brickner off the bounce. A physical move going to the goal.
So a pretty bucket right there by Brickner. 2 of 2 from the field, 5 points. He had 14 on Tuesday against Quinnipiac, his second best output of the year. Here's Moultrie, pulls up on a 3. Wrapped down there by Cooley. They need him to continue to rebound the ball. Oh, he had the 3. He sets up again for the 3. Money!
Great job by Javon Cooley. Nice shot fake, reset his feet, and buried it from distance.
So Cooley started coming out of the doldrums against Quinnipiac. He hit 2 of 4 on threes. Gets this one to go down. The Foxes storm back to up by 4. Long posting on Daughtry, who ushered him to the baseline of a foul.
Yeah, Daughtry just a little bit too much of an arm bar there. Committed to personal. It'll be Griff's basketball out of bounds under.
Daughtry again had a career high 10 rebounds the other night against Winnipeg. In addition to that, Stevie's had back-to-back games with 3 steals each game.
As Matt McCool enters the game for the Foxes.
Only his second appearance of the year for Matt McCool. He was in mop-up duty against Iona a few weeks back. Eitendahl with it. They throw it downtown, and the finish by Long off the assist by Maslenikov.
That's a great pass by Maslenikov there from the high post, and just a real easy one there for Long inside.
Here is Brickner. Brickner off the left block.
Hey, at 6'4", Brickner can go off the bounce and utilize his size at the point guard position. Another great drive to the goal by Brickner.
Perfect line for him, Steve. 3 of 3 from the field. 1 3-pointer included with 7. Henderson back in the lineup. He scored their first 7 of the game. He got it off the reverse and missed it. Rebound to McCool.
Yeah, Henderson would like to have that one back. He usually puts that one away, just short-armed it a little bit.
Brickner had a notion. Gardner gets pushed out of the post by Maslenikov. He'll go inside on him, and the foul on Maslenikov.
Yeah, that is a good matchup for the Foxes. Maslenikov cannot guard Gardner on the bounce. Here it is again on the replay. Really
was a security guard at the top supermarket on the day of the tragedy. Salter's family was presented with a Canisius degree a few days after the shootings. So just a nice touch there by the Golden Griffs.
Yes, for sure. Really great to have that kind of community outreach after just a terrible, terrible tragedy.
Tough people up there in Buffalo. 2 major snowstorms.
Yes.
What happened to Hamlin, obviously the safety for the Buffalo Bills, but they are resilient, that is for sure. Gardner, good on that. And it's 29 to 24. Little stumble there by Henderson. Shot clock at 18. Griffs, they'll score nearly 70 a game. Dinkins. Sky down again by Cooley. He's having a nice game on the glass.
That's the 14th 3-ball attempt by Canisius. A lot of attempts from beyond the arc, but they have struggled thus far.
It's Brickner, who's done well driving the basketball today. Cooley on the block against the smaller defender, but needs help. Bailed out by Gardner. 7 on the shot clock. Getting physical, coming up. Dominant left hand, missed it.
That's really good defense there by Fritz, making that attempt difficult by Gardner.
Fritz is a veteran player for this program. 7th straight game as a starter, 91st career game. Stumbling and bumbling right there was Dinkins, but Foxes touched it last. Mariners up by 5. After this, they get a few days off. They head down to St. Peter's on Friday night. And quickly up to Albany, Super Bowl Sunday afternoon against the Saints, who were here last Sunday. Off the screen, Eitendahl, quick release. Good seal out by Gardner.
Yeah, excellent block out there on the weak side by Patrick Gardner.
Gardner ranked in the top 10, rebounding in the back, number 9. He's got the pumpkin right back. Needs some help. Daughtry, kick for Salton. Salton spinning, Salton fading, and missing. Here comes Canisius quickly to the front court. And Fritz lost it on his gallop to the basket.
Yeah, he just didn't have control of the basketball. He wanted to take that hard to the goal. Turned the basketball over.
So Brickner with it. Gardner will screen for him. He elects to use it. And then fires back quickly to Gardner. Got it in a good position.
That is a terrific assist there by Brickner. Unselfish basketball. He had the shot, but Gardner would dove to the goal. Got the easy one to go down off the window.
Foxes expand the lead to 7. Fritz touching it down low. Long drop step and a finish.
That's really good piece of footwork there by Long, using his strength on the low block.
Back to a 5-point lead for the Foxes. We're edging in at a minute left here in the opening half. Foxes have led 95% of the time. The jumper no good by Daughtry, trying to keep it alive. And here come the drifts. Last time they were in this building, they lost by 1 point. Henderson wide open for Eitendahl. They sky up. A good job by Ferris to tap it over to his comrade. The trail, Daughtry catching in rhythm. Gardner somehow getting Lowbridge at a tap at it, and he's fouled in the play.
It's just a great job there by Gardner with that offensive rebound attempt. We're going to take another look at it here. Daughtry had a good look, and you see the low bridge there by Long committing the personal. Gardner shoots 2 for the Foxes.
Speaking of 2, that's 2 fouls now on Long.
Yes.
Gardner this year at the free throw line, he's been up and down, 68.5% is his success rate. Merrick, New York is his hometown. Great story. 3 years he spent at Nassau Community College. He was injured while there. Then he was looking for a school to go to. He wasn't getting any D1 offers. He goes to St. Michael's up in Vermont. He gets up there. What happens? COVID season.
Yes.
He only gets a chance to practice. And his 1 year of playing up there, he averaged 20 and 10. And then goes in the transfer portal. Marist finds him, sees some film on him, said, we got to check this guy out. Again, nobody recruiting him. And here he is, the number 2 scorer in the match.
He has been terrific all season long. What a offensive skill set Gardner has. Basket as well. Gardner has not attempted a 3-ball as of yet.
The other plus has been the play of Stefan Ingo.
Yes.
Giving them 6 points, right?
Absolutely.
They chase off a double team. The ball back now on the perimeter. 19 in the shot clock. So Marist will get an opportunity here at the end of the half to get the ball back.
Foxes in the 1-3-1.
Yep. And they are staying outside. There's the pass. Setting up Henderson for 3. Eitendahl did a good job on the jump. New possession. 8 seconds left in the half. Henderson steps inside the ring for 2. Ferris with 1 second from midcourt on the way. Just off.
It's a good contest there by the Foxes. Henderson had a good look from about 17 feet with 2 seconds remaining. Foxes up 7 at halftime.
Next Sunday afternoon to take on Siena. So this game important to them. They want to end a 5-game winless streak. And they want to try and get the W here as we get into the second half with Stefesky. And as Steve mentioned, just 7 minutes of action in the first half. Joined there by Dinkins. Stefesky with it. Off the curl, Henderson. Henderson, nice dish down for Fritz. We did not hear much from Fritz in the first half, but he gets it going in the second.
That's a really nice play by Jakob Fritz. Good piece of footwork. Got the jump hook to go down.
Playing in his 91st career game for this program out of the Netherlands. Here's Ingo saving. High delivery for Harris. Couldn't keep it. Remember, only the 3rd turnover in the game on the Foxes.
Yeah, they've done a nice job valuing the basketball. That pass by Ingo was just a little too high. Foxes turned it over.
So we heard a lot from Henderson in the beginning of the game, and then he got real quiet. Didn't get a lot of minutes the rest of the first half. Stefesky, he'll reverse, knocked away by Brickner. It was short anyway, 15 on the shot clock. Henderson fumbling it, picked up by Brickner. So both teams exchanging turnovers here. Brickner firing up for Gardner. Again, Fritz trying to say he just pushed him back into the box. Now bodies go down and a late whistle by Ed Corliss.
Yeah, that was Ed Corliss was the outside official. He had a good angle on it, and we're going to take a second look at it here. You'll see Gardner back Well, he's back to the basket. A good quick drop step back to the middle, and you saw the contact. Gardner shoots 2 for the Foxes.
So Gardner was there in the first half, did a good job at the free throw line, and he was 3 for 4. Led him in scoring in the first half with 11. Gets up on his tippy toes and drops it in. Parents attend just about every game they can, especially here at home, just like the Harrises do. And we have said just how nice a young man he is. And he'll get another one. 2 big banks by the 6'11" redshirt senior. Foxes push it up to 7 again. Dinkins, Henderson, Fritz out there, Stefeski, Maslenikov. The jumper fell. Nice touch on that there as Dinkins puts it home.
That's a nice job there by Dinkins. He got the kind roll there on the baseline.
Dinkins is a kid that's averaging good points for them. Now, right back to Ingo. He ran into traffic problems, recovers. Shot clock at 15. A 2-pointer by Cooley. Oh, he put some air under it.
That's really a nice job by Cooley off the bounce. He stopped on a dime from about 12 feet. Got it to go down.
Cooley, nice game so far for Marist. Led him in the first half in boards with 5. Maslenikov. He was being deterred by 2 defenders from the backside, Brickner from the front side, Ingo.
Yeah, and Ingo came over. What a great block by Ingo. You'll see it here on the replay. That's just great timing and a wonderful block by Ingo.
He's number 7 in the league in rejections. And here is a rebound foul. Loose ball foul going against the Foxes.
Yeah, they've got Ingo there on the weak side. He was tied up there with Jaco Fritz, committed to personal. It'll be the Griffs basketball out of bounds under.
Little push pass out front. Maslenikov off the cut. They want to get it to Fritz. He goes up with the left hand, and he is fouled.
Fritz has started this second half very, very active on the low block. We're going to take another look at it here. Nice entry pass, and you see the jump hook. Too much contact there on Brickner.
Steve, no shots for Fritz in the first half.
Right. He's come out. I think Coach Witherspoon had a chat with Jaco Fritz at halftime and says, hey, you need to get more aggressive as he knocked down the first free throw.
He's averaging 8 points a game, second best rebounder on the team, second best assist man on the team. Just like Gardner, this big man at 6'10" can hand out dimes.
Yeah, a couple of bigs that can really pass the basketball.
2 down the well there for Fritz and company. The lead is at 5 for the Foxes. And some pressure from the Griffs. Harris, very quiet game for him as well. Will be guarded there by Stefeski. Interesting story on Stefeski. He actually had to sit out the whole year last year. He injured his foot before preseason workouts. The spin by Gardner, a bit short. And John Dunn not happy with the shot selection. We go the other way. Henderson, distribution, and a miss. Blew it down by Gardner.
That's a really good block out there by Patrick Gardner.
Harris comes right down. He'll aim for 3. He's number 3 in the league in total threes made, and number 3 and 3 made per game, I should say, 2.2. Anderson now for Fritz. Fritz, big jump stop, working on Ingo, who altered the shot, and then coming over on a tie-up is Brickner.
Nice job there by Isaiah Brickner with that tie-up. We're going to take a second look at it here. It's a nice job by Fritz. He stays engaged. Another block by Ingo, and you see the tie up there by Brickner.
So Belton is in, Gardner's out, Ingo's out, Daughtry is in, and Ferris as well. So John Dunn doesn't even wait for the 16-minute media timeout. He changes up here on the fly. And the Foxes again facing pressure. Queens, New York kid. Daughtry. Long, wiry kid. Got a little bit of space, goes up, pushed it wide. Belton for the save. Brickner surveys the situation. He's got Belton in flight. Belton going to the right hand. Follow. That time put home by Daughtry.
Nice job there. Anticipating that miss was Daughtry. got the easy one to go down on the weak side.
He is always around the basketball.
He does. He has a nose for the ball.
Both offensively and defensively. The steal, Brickner on a run out. Henderson to challenge. Oh, a throwdown by Brickner.
What a big-time play in transition by Isaiah Brickner, and the emphatic flush.
So the Foxes get
individual effort and big-time flush for the Foxes, who are up 9.
How about the play of Brickner so far? He's got 9. In fact, when you talk that number, 4 of 5 from the field, and he's got 3 rebounds. Oh, this is long distance. Stefanski, he just hasn't been himself today for Canisius.
No, he just hasn't gotten into the rhythm of the game.
Daughtry crossing over. Bounce it out for Ferris, who tries to save. They say it was deflected, so they play on. Ferris. Daughtry. Belton on the right block. Being very aggressive today.
That is a great piece of footwork and left-handed jump hook there by Rollins Belton. Just a great play by Belton.
Steve, he normally gets 5 minutes of activity a game, but, you know, he showed us something the other night against Quinnipiac.
He did. When he's gotten an opportunity as of late, he has delivered for the Foxes off the bench.
He's got the body. He's got the leaping ability. Foul called on the Foxes. It's called Dusters. We saw him out here performing with the cheerleaders on the last time out. And today is a cheer team clinic. And that must be unbelievable for a young lady to come here, watch the big cheerleaders, the college cheerleaders in action, and get a chance to go out there on the court. Air ball was rescued by Fritz. McCool back in, trying to deny him. Fritz did a good job as Belton came over.
McCool did a nice job there going straight up, making that shot really difficult by Fritz. Be Marist basketball.
So McCool exits. We got to give the kid credit. He has sat on that bench throughout the year, only his second game action of the year. He is from Amherst, New Hampshire, one of the early signees with the program over a year ago. And he has made a couple nice plays while he's been in there.
He's a great kid, he's got a great attitude, and it's good to see him get some playing time as Ferris dials it up from long distance. Gets it to go down.
2 of his last 17 before that. Good to get him untracked, and Marist has pushed the lead to 14. Off the give and go. Long skipping to the basket. Foul by Belton.
Yeah, Belton was straight up there, but Mike Palau was right on the call. We're going to take a second look at it here on the replay. You see a nice dime, really a nice job by Long. And there was some body contact there. Not a lot there, but there was some contact. Long shoots 2 for the Griffs.
And Long roll it in. Again, he missed the first meeting 3 weeks ago against the Foxes. They missed his ability, especially off the glass. He leads them in boards, a little over 6 a game. And when you look at his scoring, he's 4th on the team, averaging a little over 7 a game. From Washington, D.C. The lead is at 12 for Marist. And the Foxes efficiently shooting the 3 of 7.
Yes, they are. And again, I think that's probably by design today. They want to, attack the basket. That's where it needs to be, right there.
The spin by Gardner with a finish.
Yeah, that's where the ball has to go. Just a great piece of footwork there by Patrick Gardner, and finish.
He's got 15 in the ball game for the Foxes. Fritz. The Griffs last year went 11 and 20 overall. They finished 7 and 13 in the back, and they get a finish right there.
Yeah, Patrick Gardner just lost Jaco Fritz there. Fritz got the easy one.
So Fritz had no points in the first half. Quick 6 here to start the second half. Brickner, a little touch pass over to Gardner. Ferris, transfer from Robert Morse. 13 on the shot clock. Brickner, cutter. He's got Sultan anticipating that block right there. Great job by Henderson. We go the other way. Henderson scored the first 7 of the first half and finally gets another shot. This one's short. Good seal there by Sultan and then an arm grab by Henderson.
Yeah, they got Henderson on the reach there after he missed that 3-ball attempt.
So the Foxes will get it on the back line. Henderson's charged with his first foul. 2 fouls on Canisius here in the second half. Ferris, McCool is back in, along with Brickner, Salton, and Gardner. Foxes looking for their 8th win overall, their 4th in league play. Here goes Ferris to the tin, and he draws contact off of Moultrie.
That is a really great take. We've seen Cam Ferris go off the bounce this season. He's explosive going to the goal. We're going to take another look at it here, and you'll see he doesn't need much of a seam when he goes to the basket. Here he is, and that's just really good explosiveness going to the goal. Ferris shoots 2 for Marist.
First time at the line today for the gentleman from Vermont. He hit that 3. Steve always says if you see the ball go through the courts, it kind of builds up your confidence.
Yeah, you just need to see one go in. We've seen him. Ferris is more than capable from beyond the arc. He's got a good stroke. It's just all about confidence with Cam Ferris. He's got plenty of ability on the offensive end of the floor.
And he rebounds the ball. 3 so far in the ball game. And he's perfect. Foxes lead it by 14. Moultrie. Long out front. Inside feed. Eitendahl with the left hand.
A really good slip to the goal by Eitendahl. And easy finish.
8 points for Eitendahl, coming off the 14-point performance against Niagara. And just averages a little under 4 a game. Distance by Gardner. Saved by Salton. Marist does a good job, Steve, anticipating where the ball's coming off.
They really do. It was a nice job there by Salton.
Gardner for 3. Save again by the active Salton. Brickner. Post entry. Gardner tap.
Stays with it. Nice job there by Patrick Gardner with a tip in.
52-38. And Gardner already with 17. Long rebound to Gardner. Off the miss. Now you look at the numbers for Canisius, Steve. They are 4 of 20 from distance.
When they don't shoot it well from distance, they struggle. And that is a great pass there by Brickner. It's unselfish basketball. I love his vision at 6'4". You'll see it here on this replay. He sees a cutting Gardner, and that is a great dime. You see just too much contact. Patrick Gardner shoots 2 for the Foxes.
Jaco Fritz, that's his 3rd foul. Gardner needed a minute to compose himself. He's been roughed up today, but he's also been giving out some physical activity.
Yeah, Gardner has been really good today. He's been so consistent for the Foxes as he knocks down the first free throw. He's been second in the MAC in scoring, most of the season. He'll get you 18 points a game and 6 to 10 boards. I mean, he has been a constant for Marist all season long.
His numbers on rebounding have been down a little bit lately, but already today he's got 6 boards, and he's really doing a good job at the free throw line. He has made 7 of 8, and the Foxes again pushing to 16. Gardner's taken out. Belton is back in, and the Foxes now will set up defensively. We have played 8 minutes into the second half. Canisius losing the last 4 in a row at Fairfield, at Quinnipiac, against Manhattan in overtime, and they get a 3 right there.
That nice 3 ball. They have not gotten a lot of 3 balls to go down, but they needed that one to kind of stem the tide.
That was Moultrie. He's 1 of 4 so far in the ball game. Here's Belton using his girth to put it up. Clear by Eitendahl. Eitendahl from the Netherlands, getting spot duty, but being productive today. Henderson setting up over top of Daughtry, coming back for the rebound there. A little poke by Salton and went to Belton. Harris, the sophomore. Played by Moultrie, who's swatting at him. Belton. Shot clock at 10. Step back, Daughtry.
That's a really difficult shot. That's really not Jaden Daughtry's game, as Moultrie once again knocking down a shot. They're going to check that. His foot may have been off on the line, but I think they're going to check it.
Sunday matinee, Red Foxes leading it. They led at half by 7. They pushed the lead at times here to 16. Right now it's at 11 with Harris to trigger the inbound. Joined by Bruckner and Daughtry, Gardner and Cooley. Marist looking for their 4th conference win. 3-9, starting in a 3-way tie here for 9th place with Canisius and Mount St. Mary's. Gardner trying to steal. I should say hold the ball, avoiding a steal, but he traveled.
Yeah, he traveled. Looked like they were going to double him, and Gardner moved the pivot foot, turned the basketball over.
So Canisius a little bit of a run here, trying to put a dent into that double-digit deficit. The raise there by Moultrie. Way up to get it is Cooley. Cooley, good game on the boards today for the Foxes with 6. Harris found Daughtry, the challenge, and missed it. He had long coming over defending.
Yeah, you just have to convert that, though, from point-blank range. The Foxes let one get away there.
Here's Henderson, the graduate student from Moultrie. He's got no conscience. He chucks it.
Boy, that was 4 feet beyond the arc. That was a deep 3-ball attempt by Moultrie.
Harris. Last time Marist won January 15th on the road against Niagara. And it is Wagner. Easy access to the bucket.
That's a tremendous take by Gardner off the bounce. Little shot fake, exploded to the goal, got it to go down.
For the 9th time, Steve, he has scored 20 or more in a game. He's been Marist's leading scorer 9 straight. This one rattled home.
Nice job there by Dinkins. Knocked it down from about 16 feet.
Dinkins, only his 2nd shot to go down today. Foxes come in, they average 61.9. That is number 10 in the league. Deflected pass. Foxes will keep it. They've been thirsting for a game like this since the first Canisius game when they scored over 70. It's been a problem this year. Steve, just trying to get over 60 points.
Oh, it has. You know, it's been a problem area most of the season for the Foxes. Just their lack of ability to score the basketball consistently. And they've shot it much, much better today.
Here's Brickner. Gardner will screen for him. Extra pass. Cooley for 3. And Gardner got bodied off the play by Long. He thought it was just a good play on his part, but they call it.
Yeah, I think they'll get him with a hook. He did try to hook him there, but Long did not like the call. It'll be Marist basketball out of bounds under.
So, Steve, just to reemphasize my point, when Marist scores 60 or more, they have a winning record, 6-5. When they're held under 60, they're 1-9. It is Gardner rolling to the basket and traveling. He's had 2 of them here in the last minute.
Boy, there was a lot of contact there. Mike Palau, the outside official, had to travel, but Gardner's used to that. You know, Gardner has faced a lot of contact all season long. That's the MO. You know, rough him up inside, play physical against him.
And nobody saw him coming when the MAC preseason polls were taken and the preseason teams. Obviously, he's got a great opportunity for first team. Oh, talk about a MAC preseason member right there. 2nd team preseason choice, Henderson.
Yeah, that's a great play by Henderson off the bounce. The Griffs cut it to 9.
First 2 of the 2nd half here for Henderson. Ferris playing catch with Brickner. They go inside. Gardner takes a push and the finish.
That's a great pass by Gardner. Salton with the flush as Brickner comes over the table there.
Steve, I don't know if you saw it the other night. Did you see Samir Stewart of Manhattan jump over?
I did not.
And then he jumps back onto the court, falls down. What a hustle play. MH Sports Center's top 10. Checked away, picked up by Long. Under 8 minutes left. And losing the basketball there was Moultrie. Another turnover on the grid.
Got quick hands there by Brickner to force that turnover. We've got a timeout on the floor. Dean Fox is up 11. And he's very, very unselfish.
And quite the line today, Steve, for him. He has 21 points. He's made 7 of 8 free throws. He's got 7 rebounds and 2 assists. Fox is having problems with the pressure.
Yeah, and they turned the basketball over. Just it's a bad spot to receive a pass on the sideline there, and Sultan just cannot corral it and turned it over.
6 turnover on the Foxes. Canisius with 7. Both teams only had 2 at halftime. Here's Long. Eitendahl outlet. Dinkins for 3. Off the left side of the rim. Back tap by Cooley right to Ferris. Foxes during this 5-game losing streak averaging only 57 points. Well, right now they got 58 with still 7:22 left. Cooley, hard charge to the rim and a finish.
Great play off the bounce by Javon Cooley with a quick first step to the goal and finish.
So the Foxes showing some pep in their step. Moultrie leaning in on Brickner. He was somewhat incredulous about the call.
Boy, that was a bailout there. He was really off balance there. But Ed Corliss felt that it was a foul. Boy, that's a tough call there on Brickner. Moultrie shoots 2 for the Foxes. And Ed Corliss is explaining it to Brickner. But that replay, that was a tough one.
Well, when you're up, you can accept it a little bit better than when you're down.
Sure.
But Brickner, he's a cool customer. They call him Zay on the team, or Isaiah. At 14 the other night against Quinnipiac. His season high is 15 against Fairfield, and today with 9. So Canisius, when they're at the free throw line, they make them, Steve, and they've been able to hang around down by 11. Pass inbounds to Cooley. Foxes did not perform well in January. 3 up and 6 down. But the key number here today, Steve, as Gardner gets it, first option was the pass. Second option is to score.
Patient move there by Gardner. He was a little off balance, gathered himself, got it to go down off the window.
So what I was saying, Steve, the key here today is that they've held Canisius down on threes. And when opponents shoot better than 35%, Marist has a record of 2-12. Not the case today. We have a tie-up as they grapple for the ball. Officials get in there quick. You look at Canisius today, 5 for 26.
Yeah, and it's such a big part of their offense. You know, the 3-ball, we talked about that in the first half. You know, they lead the conference in made threes, and Marist has done a good job of running them off the 3-point line. They just haven't gotten a rhythm. With 6:32 to go in the game, they're down 13.
And Steve, they have matched now what their average is in takes per game on threes, 26. Fritz given room. The step back by Henderson, foul by Cooley on a jump out.
That is a great step back, possible 4-point play. I think that was a 3-ball on the step back. And we're going to take another look at it here. This is why he's preseason second team. That's just a great, great individual effort by Henderson. It's a possible 4-point play.
It was just a 2-pointer.
Oh, it wasn't just a 2-pointer. Foot was on the line. Okay.
So it is now a 10-point deficit for Canisius, who has fought back from 16. Ferris, Gardner, Brickner, Sultan, and Cooley. Ferris runs into traffic. Cooley off the bounce. Cutter, Ferris, kept alive by Sultan. And then a walk called against Cooley. He thought he was interfered with out near the foul line.
That's really tough. If you're Cam Ferris, boy, you want to have that one back. You just have to convert lay-ins. And the Foxes do not on that last possession.
John Dunn talking to his team, urging them on here in the final 6 minutes of the ball game. Keep in mind, Canisius has played 4 overtime games this year. They're 2 up and 2 down. It jumps at one miss there by Dinkins. Saved by Ferris. Brickner in a one-on-one with Moultrie. Screen helps him from Gardner. Back cut. Salton tried a pretty pass, and it was too much.
Yeah, it's just a force there by Brickner. It's not a good decision.
Beautiful delivery. Henderson to the finish by Fritz.
Yeah, Foxes need a timeout. It's a good timeout by John Dunn. All of a sudden, there's plenty of time in this game. 5:28 remaining. The lead is now
point game. And I'll tell you what, Canisius has done well here in Poughkeepsie. This is meeting number 25. Of the first 24, they've won 13 of them.
Yeah, they've traveled very, very well and done a nice job here at McCann Arena.
And they have faced pressure here throughout the second half. Staveski, who's been in and out of the lineup today, guards on Ferris. Ferris at one point was named the Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Vermont his senior year in high school. Cooley took some contact and draws 2 free throws.
We like Javon Cooley's game today, Dean. He's done a nice job off the bounce, as we'll see here, going to the goal. And just too much contact there by Moultrie. Javon Cooley will shoot 2. But he has been engaged offensively. He's got the ability to go off the bounce and go around people. He has done that today. He shoots 2 for Marist.
7s are wild for him today. 7 points, 7 boards. And he hits the free throw. His first attempt of the ball game. Doesn't get fouled a lot. That's only his 27th taken of the year, but shoots nearly 80%. Chicago, Illinois native. Says his favorite player, Dennis Rodman, because of his intensity. And that is an understatement about intensity with Rodman. He counts too. Foxes lead it by double digits again. Lightened off with a cutter. Moultrie in flight missed it.
Just wasn't on balance there. Moultrie faded when he received that pass from about 16 feet.
Fox's possession, under 5 left here in regulation, trying to finish off the W. Brickner looking for an outlet. Salton fumbling it. And John Dunn is just saying to Brickner, it's too much.
Yeah, it's just, again, Brickner's been really good for the Foxes this year. I mean, he just made another bad decision there. He's usually very, very strong with the basketball.
Lightened off for Moultrie. He leaves it for Staveski. There's Moultrie hitting one from deep.
And Moultrie can do it. Boy, that's just a pull-up jumper from distance. 7-point game.
Now, how do the Foxes handle the pressure here? They have turned it over a couple times in the second half. Gardner all the way up court. Finally, they toot the whistle as Fritz had bumped him twice. College basketball, it's a physical game, that's for sure. They let him play.
And that's going to be the 7th foul on the Griffs. So Gardner will shoot 1 and 1 for the Foxes. But that's what Gardner brings to the table. Hey, they had nothing there. That pressure was bothering the Foxes, and at 6'11", he can put it on the floor and break that pressure.
Yeah, he can go 94 feet when you think about it, off the dribble. And that's the 4th foul, by the way, on Fritz. His assignment has been Gardner. That one, no good. Back tap by Cooley, saved by Fritz. 7-point lead for the Foxes. We got 1 media timeout left in this one as we get close to the 4-minute mark. Trailing the ball. Henderson, delivery was checked. Fritz saves. Shot clock at 12. Good ball movement. Staveski for 3. But the side of the bucket.
Staveski just has not gotten on track tonight for the Griffs.
0 for 4 in the ball game. 0 of 3 on threes. Gardner establishing position. Officials looking at each other. They say Gardner on an offensive foul. John Dunn doesn't know what to say. That was right in front of us. Well, here's the really important factor. Fritz is called on that. He's gone.
Right.
That's his 5th.
That was would have been his 5th foul.
Updated scores. Niagara has come back to lead at Siena. That's big. Iona's got things pretty well in control at Fairfield. Mount St. Mary's by 1 over Quinnipiac. This one will roll in there for Canisius and Ryder by 9 at Manhattan.
It's a nice job by Staveski there on that runner.
Tipped out. Foxes will keep it. Only 1 second came off the shot clock. So it's getting a little bit tight in the building.
No, it is. The Foxes have had a hard time against this full court pressure.
Ferris. Gardner draws the double. Back to Ferris. So they got Ferris and Brickner as ball handlers out there right now. Gardner. Screen for Ferris. Ferris fading away.
It's a tough attempt there by Ferris with that fadeaway halfway down, popped out.
Henderson missed 4 games this year with concussion protocol problems. Fritz will gather it in. Canisius has fought back to get within 5. Staveski hacked in the act.
It's a good strong take there by Staveski off the bounce. Got it up to the rim, took the contact. He's going to shoot 2. We're going to take another look at it here. That's a good, really good drive. Some body there by Brickner. Staveski shoots 2.
He actually called it on Salt in his second. And Staveski, as you said, shooting 2. Nothing will go in for him today.
Yeah, he just had a nice runner.
Yeah.
You know, go down the last possession, but he missed the first free throw.
Steve, this is a guy that's averaging 11 and a half a game. He's the top scoring freshman in the league, and he got that one to tip over. So the lead now at 4 for Marist. Got to give a lot of credit to Canisius fighting back, and now within 4, basically a 2-possession game. Ferris, Gardner, Brickner, Cooley, Sultan on the floor right now for Marist. Ferris, kick out, extra pass Brickner, Gardner, Brickner looking for the triple.
That is a big time 3 ball by Brickner, an unselfish basketball there by Patrick Gardner.
Double digits for Brickner, 2 of 2, perfect on 3s. He's got 12. Henderson from the foul line, extended, rebound, grabbed by Gardner.
Foxes can be patient here, but you don't want to take the air out of the basketball.
And the Foxes are 4 at 12 on 3s. As you said, that was a big make for Marist from Brickner.
Oh, that was huge to stem the tide. Marist can eat a little clock here, but stay aggressive.
And they ate up a lot of the shot clock off the Brickner make. Brickner falling down, another offensive foul on Marist. Looked like Brickner was losing his edge, plowed into the defender.
Yeah, when you lower your shoulder, watch it here on the replay in the offhand, that was the proper call. Ed Corliss made the correct call on Brickner on that particular play.
Yep. So 1:42 left, Marist leading it by 7. Canisius, having lost their last 4 in a row, will return home on Friday night, take on Iona, who drilled them back in December by 30. Marist from here moves to St. Peter's to take on St. Peter's, who beat them by double digits in this building a few weeks ago. Moultrie will pick it up at 3-quarter court. Ferris on him. A looping attempt is good.
That's a great play by Moultrie. That's a physical take to the goal. Really just too easy. It's now a 5-point game, 1:36 remaining.
Because he's been bothered by whatever it is kind of infection. It's non-COVID related. He hasn't been feeling good, so he's been in and out of the lineup. But he's a guy you want on the floor right now, Steve, because he makes the free throws. Yes,
no question. Noah's a really good free throw shooter.
Ferris with it. A lot of pressure on his shoulders right now. Dogged all the way up there by Dinkins. Need an efficient opportunity here. Ferris to the dish and a foul.
That's a really great decision there by Cam Ferris. Really a strong move. He received the screen. He's got good quickness off the bounce. Little hesitation. You see it here on the replay. Just too much body there on Fritz. But a good decision there by Cam Ferris. He's going to shoot 2 for the Foxes.
And Fritz is done for the day. He's fouled.
Yeah, that's his 5th. So Reggie Witherspoon can take some time now as he makes his decision on who to sub in for Fritz, who's just fouled out, as you mentioned, Dean.
Really good second half for Fritz. He had 8 points in total. He had nothing at halftime, and he also had 7 rebounds. That's a big loss for them. And his brother is actually on the team, Yuri Fritz, 6'9" from the Netherlands. Injured, though, so not participating today. So at the line is Ferris for Marist. 5 points. 2 of 2 at the line. 5 rebounds. I asked him, why did you come to Marist after transferring from Robert Morris? He said, I like the community. I like the Marist support in the community as he misses on that one. He liked the camaraderie of the team when they got together this summer. They had 6 weeks of planned activity in addition to going to classes here. So that was a big miss for him, but he'll get another one. So 2 misses by Ferris, and the crowd, you hear it in the background with the oohs and the ahs. It is Henderson from deep and 3.
What an answer by Henderson with a big 3-ball, 2-point game now with 1:06 remaining.
With 66 seconds.
And look to get a stop. Conversely, Marist, obviously, they need to convert on this possession.
For Canisius, they are out of timeouts, by the way. Marist has 1 left. Brickner gets it into the big guy, Gardner. Will he bring it up against Long? He shows it and goes. And he goes.
What a great individual play by Patrick Gardner.
They got to get back defensively, and they do. The Foxes do, under a minute left. +4 lead. Anderson with Brickner draped on him. Dinkins hiding behind the long screen. Moving left. That's a tough shot. Tapped out of bounds by Long.
Really good position there by Gardner. They are going to take a look at this. That's why the Canisius basketball.
Look at Reggie Witherspoon. You say, wait a minute. You said we were going to get the ball. Brickner to inbound. Finally handled. Brickner for the touch-up, right back to Brickner. We're getting close to 30 seconds left, and here is a push called in the backcourt on Long as he roughed up Gardner.
Yeah, he just ran through that screen, just knocked Gardner to the floor. Here it is again on the replay. You see Gardner setting the screen, and he just ran right through him. This is a 1-and-1. This is a 1-and-1. That is the 9th team foul on Canisius.
So Gardner, who's hit many a big free throw in the ballgame, is 7 for 9. 25 points, 8 rebounds. Jim gets really quiet. And then he takes a deep breath. Look at him, Steve.
Yeah, with a smile on his face. Hey, 1-and-1s. Obviously, you got to get the first one. Now it's a 5-point lead for the Foxes. 35.3 remaining.
26 today for Gardner. His career high here at Marist, 31 against Niagara. That one much better. 71-65. Foxes don't want to foul. Remember, they've got 19 fouls. Moultrie to pull from deep. Missed everything.
Yeah, that was a bit of a rush there by Moultrie. He rushed that one. He's capable. He's knocked down some this afternoon, but did not draw any iron on that attempt.
Brickner again, the trigger man. Remember, they got 1 timeout left. Ferris got out of problems there. Brickner is infringed upon.
Now they're in the double bonus. That is the 10th team foul on Canisius. So Marist's best free throw shooter, Isaiah Brickner, will toe the line and shoot 2 for the Foxes.
And what a guy to get fouled for Marist. Their best free throw shooter at 95%.
Yes.
He has taken 39 this year. He's made 37. Long has fouled out of the game, so they get a 30-second respite right there. Brickner to the line for the first time today for Marist. Trying to win their 8th game overall. Last year they won 14 and dropped 16. As it's getting to antsy time in the MAC, everybody fighting for the seeding positions.
Yeah, so these games at this stage of the season, no matter where you are in the standings, they're just critically important for seeds as Brickner shoots 2 for the Foxes.
Isaiah Brickner, St. Augustine High School in San Diego, and then he took a year of prep school at Sunrise Christian Academy. Well, he bottled it home that time. All academic student. 6'4" in stature. 2 down the way.
2 big ones there by Brickner.
Foxes +8. Final 26.5 seconds. Off the screen comes Dinkins. Misses. Gardner has a horde of Griffs around him.
Another nice rebound there by Gardner. Boy, he has come up big. The biggest play of the game was when he broke the pressure. Went coast to coast and got it difficult. That was a contested layup that Gardner converted against pressure as he shoots 2 for Marist.
This will be the 16th time he's led him in scoring. The 10th game in a row he's been the lead guy. 28 today. 10 for 12 at the free strike. Foxes by 10 in the final 16 seconds. Henderson off the bounce.
Nice drive there by Henderson. Took the easy one.
Bears just has to hold the ball, dribble it out, and they have just ended a 5-game losing streak with a home win against the Golden Griffs of Canisius. They finish out a 75-67 win. The Griffs